How's it going, everyone? Brian here from GaniFit, and today I got a request to share my books that I'd recommend, and I did a blog post on this, but I never really made a video. I kind of forgot to make a video, which was stupid on my part. I should have made that video, but I got a request, and luckily that reminded me to actually make the video. So, yeah, I just wanted to go over my 5 books that can help you in 2018, and the first one is The Power of Now. Actually, before I get into this, I wanted to state there are a few books that I wanted to put in here, but I really want to read them over and just kind of get them memorized so I have enough to write about them or talk about them. A couple of those books are the what's it called? Power versus Force, and what's the other one? The 10x Rule, and there's a couple other ones also, but I kind of forget. But yeah, anyways, let's get into this. The stuff you actually want to hear. So, number 1 is The Power Now. Like I said, the reason that I think this book can help you is because this book really just talks about being present, and it's probably, if you're gonna start, this is definitely one I'd recommend. This is definitely for starters here and people just getting into this self-development journey. I definitely recommend this. And, I'm kind of just grazing the surface of these books here. These books go way more in depth. And I will put a link below if I can for, a link to Amazon so you can go buy these if you want to get it for yourself or for someone else for Christmas. I'd be happy to put a link down there so you can go check it out. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps support me and the channel to bring out these videos to you. Anyways, let's get into book number 2. And that is The Slight Edge. I just read this. This is one I actually read only once, but I literally just read it, so I felt like I could write about it a lot. This one, like the name suggests, is you can pretty much take a slight edge down or a slight edge up, and it is all based off of the little things you do every single day. So, let's say you have a choice between, a kale salad and a pizza, and if you choose to eat the pizza, more often than the kale salad, you're most likely going to have fat. So, kind of like I said, if you get the kale salad, you're going to go up. If you eat that pizza, you're going to go down. And the slight edge, obviously, like I said, all these books I'm just kind of grazing on the top of. They go way more in depth than I do, and they explain it way better than I do. The third book is The 4-Hour Workweek. This is a book that pretty much got me started reading. I love this book, and I definitely need to read it again. The name suggests 4-hour workweek, but in the book he does also say that it's going to take some time to get to the 4-hour workweek. You obviously can't just work 4 hours. I mean, it is possible, but most likely you're not going to be able to get a Lamborghini from 4 hours a day. You're going to have to put some, lots of work ahead of that 4 hours before you can start doing the 4-hour workweek or whatever. And he says that in the book, so I don't want you guys thinking, oh, lazy. It's a book for lazy people. It's really not. It's a book to show you ways to pretty much improve the way you make money, at least in my opinion. You might get something different out of it. But anyways, let's move on to book number 4, and that is The One Thing. This book I'm rereading right now for I think the 3rd or 4th time. This book really does. If you buy one book with another one, I would recommend buying this with The Slight Edge. To me, they go hand in hand. The One Thing obviously uses 80-20 principle to do, 80% of, or 20% of what you do will amount for 80% of the, what you get back. So let's say, let's just take meditation for 10 minutes or 15 minutes a day. If you do the 10 minutes or 15 minutes a day, it's it's literally nothing. It feels like nothing, but if you do that right away in the beginning of the day or the end of the day, you're going to notice way more than 80% of the results from doing that for a few minutes every single day. And don't be he says don't multitask, all that stuff, because you're just going to be wasting your time and not being able to be focused on one thing at a time and doing the one thing that gives you the best results. So like I said, if you get that book, get it with The Slight Edge. Like I said, links are below. Number 5, The Way of the Superior Man. This one, I've actually I've read reviews on it. I read that men and women both like the book, and I'm just gonna kind of skim through what I wrote here. Um, like I said, the name might sound one-sided, but it's not. One part of the book I wrote about, he has like 50 chapters in it, and one part is where he talks about making a decision, and this is something definitely that I've had to work on, and I still am working on. He goes a lot more like into like masculine energy, feminine energy, um, love energy, how to be on your path, like pretty much anything dealing with masculine and feminine energy also. But this little example here, making a decision, this is a huge part, at least it's been for my life. Even yesterday I had to kind of do this, and I was taking way too long to decide something that should have been like a 2-minute decision, like snap decision. And I noticed that how much time I just wasted literally trying to make a decision. But let's use like a common example. Where do you want to go to eat? Outback or, I don't know, Chili's? And if you're like deciding for an hour, you're going to be like way too hungry, and you're just going to like totally burn out because you're going to be deciding way too long and not be able to even come up with a decision when you should have just said either Outback or Chili's, because it doesn't really matter. Both good food. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of an example. He does go way more in depth, like I said, on masculine energy, feminine energy, um, obviously how to be a superior man. But anyways, I want to share these 5 books with you because I think that these are the best books that will help you in 2018. Like I said, I think the 10x Rule and the Power versus Force book are really good books as well. But I just don't have enough knowledge to really talk about those yet. And I probably will either beginning of next year or the end of next year, so I can share some 2019 books with you as well that are going to help you with the new year. Anyways, lots of talking. I'm running out of breath. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you got some value out of this. These are the books that I truly do recommend. I've read probably about 80 books over the last few years, and these are just really like the 5 best that I could think of to share with you to read for 2018. It's end of 2017 right now, so start 2018 off right. Get at least one of these books. I recommend either the 4-Hour Workweek or Eckhart Tolle's The Power Now book to start off. If you've already started reading, I definitely recommend getting The Slight Edge and The One Thing, because these books are the most useful together. And if you're someone who kind of like doesn't know the best energy, or doesn't really know like how to tap into your masculine energy, I would recommend The Way of the Superior Man. Anyways, hope you have a great day. Signing off.